I'm here to tell you about synthetic marijuana. Okay, so synthetic marijuana, let's first start out with a brief history of what it would be like. Okay, so synthetic marijuana was made in 1986 when the real marijuana was confiscated with more than 13 million Americans were caught with marijuana in their home. So a group of, it says this by the way, a group of teenagers were, they had a little bit of real marijuana left, but they found stuff, artificial. They found things on the ground and thought that might help cover up the smell. Well, it didn't. So, ever since that, it's been illegal. And that was the history of synthetic marijuana. There's not much there. Okay, so next we're going to move on to street names. Okay, so one of the most common street names of synthetic marijuana would be one of the most common street names of synthetic marijuana would be Spice. And it must be the only one because that's all I'm getting from here. Okay. So some of the side effects that synthetic marijuana can have on your body is, well, let me show you. This. Random blackouts that last longer than the time that you actually remember. With all this artificial things that are put in to synthetic marijuana, all the artificial things that are put in to synthetic marijuana will cause blackouts. And that's not healthy for anyone that doesn't have the disease for blackouts. I don't know what it's called, but it's not healthy to have, and the only way to stop is to stop smoking it, which in some cases it is not so easy. It is a Class B drug, and with the police that would be a case 2, so that's not good. Highly addictive, more than regular marijuana. That's why it's really bad. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now, it looks a little similar to stuff you buy, which it makes it dangerous. In some countries, this stuff is legal, and you can buy it just like people in the United States will go in and buy a pack of cigarettes. But surprisingly, it is not as harmful to anyone as long as you are over the age of 25. 25 is the part of your brain that when your brain is fully grown. So, okay, so now we're going to talk about, should it be legal? In my opinion, no, it should not be legal because there's really no health benefits and there's no record of it being used for medical purposes. But on the other hand, I'm all for real marijuana being legal because it's used to treat depression. I'm not kidding, but that's what it's used. It's used for depression. It's used to help cancer patients. and it's not cancer causing because why would they give it? It doesn't make sense. But anyway, in my opinion, no. Unless you want to look like this for years, do not smoke synthetic marijuana. And one of the downsides to pot smokers with synthetic marijuana is because it can only be smoked. It cannot be baked into anything, which hippies like to do. But it can only be smoked. That was that covered that, didn't it? Okay. If you have any questions, please ask. This was synthetic marijuana.